pull up nice and slowly along the ground, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin. And then drawing up into a little cat stretch, pulling up through the belly, up through the shoulders and up through with your back. And then taking the head and tailbone away and sitting back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin up. And then drawing up into a cat stretch, rounding up through with your shoulders and up through with your back. Then taking the head and tailbone away and sitting back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. And then again, drawing up into a cat, rounding up through the shoulders and the back. Taking head and tailbone away, and then sitting back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. Curling with your toes, and let's send the hips away and draw the head down. Bring the body forwards into a high plank, and let's bend the knees and sit all of the way back. And again, bring the body to pull up and through. And let's curl the toes and press back off into a long downward facing dog. Draw forwards into a high plank, bending with your knees and sitting back to your heels. And again, draw the body through, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin up, curling with your toes and lengthening off into your downward dog. Drawing forwards into your strong high plank and bending your knees and releasing and sitting on back. And again, bring the body up and through. Curling the toes, lengthening off into the downward dog. Drawing forwards into high plank and then bending with your knees and releasing and sitting back. Couple more times. Bring the body up and through. Curling the toes and send the hips away. Drawing forwards into a plank and then bending your knees and sitting on back. And one more time, bring the body up and through, curling with your toes, and this time staying in the downward dog. Now if we could just work out the feet from foot to foot, and just treading down, rolling the hips a little from side to side. We've got fingers spread wide to the mat, and just noticing how it is for your body today. Just noticing the hamstrings and the lower back, treading it down from foot to foot. And then now, if we can come down upon your knees and placing your right foot forwards and just popping down your right hand to the side of your foot. And if we could bring the left arm up and over, find a stretch coming up into your side body. And then bring the hand back down, curl the toes, lift up the back knee, push away into the heel, raising your right arm, looking on up. And coming all of the way back down, bring back your upper body, roll the shoulders open and back, raising both arms. And if you can, right hand coming back behind your left, going in for that little wrist wrap stretch. And then letting your arms back down. And we'll move back up on that back knee, digging the heel in, drawing the toes back, and just working in a little bit of a shift backwards through the tailbone, and press down gently from the centre of your chest. And if you get any uncomfortable feeling behind the knee, by all means just bend the knee a little bit. But of course, if you can bring the toes back more, the calf stretch will be stronger. And if you can extend the tailbone more, the back line becomes flatter, then you will gain more of a stretch along the back of your leg. Okay, bring the body out. Now, in between today, I'm going to take the balance on the toes. So my hands are in underneath my shoulders. If you find this difficult to curl the toes and push up, then come up maybe onto the back of your feet. But any time that you want to, just come back down to the floor. So I'm curling the toes, engaging with your core, lifting just an inch from the floor. So there's a very small gap between you and the ground with your knees. And breathe for me in through your nose, out through your mouth. And beginning to set up your Pilates breathing, feel your ribs widen. As you breathe out, feel the core readily connecting here for you. So it gives us just a little bit of a marker, all right, for how that's going to feel through your core work today. Remembering that when we go onto the back, it's a little bit easier to connect with the core, all right, but when you come into these prone positions, your body automatically connects with the core. Couple more breaths if you can. Breathing in and out. One more. And then we'll press back on off into your downward dog. And you could either walk it out again on the spot, or you could try taking one leg up towards the ceiling, bending the knee and just opening back a little bit for your hip. And then bring that leg back down, changing over. Bring the leg up towards the ceiling, bend the knee a little bit of a hip opener. And then we'll come back down upon the ground again. And if we could step forwards with your left foot, and just placing down your left hand to the side of your left foot, raising your right arm, just taking out a little bit of a stretch over, looking up to the hand if you can. Bring that hand all the way back down, curling with your toes, lifting the back knee, pushing straight away, and raising that left arm, looking up. And then releasing it all the way back down. Come back up with your upper body, raising your arms, taking your left hand back behind the right. Keeping the chin lifted and shoulders drawn back. And letting your arms down again. Moving back upon that back knee, drawing back your toes. Little bit of a shift through the tailbone if you can. Easing down, taking in the calf and the hamstring stretch. Bring the body back on up and come around onto your back for me. Okay, so we've already made a start with your Pilates breathing. Okay, we've talked about it. We're just going to go a little bit more now on your back. So being able to reach your heels just about with your fingertips. If you were to gaze out, you wouldn't be able to see your little toe. So you want to feel that your feet are parallel. If we could work the lower back just a little, forwards and backwards. Okay, settle your body into neutral. And then bring the shoulders up and down a few times. And then walk the shoulder blades down and down. So really open up the collarbone, really open up the neckline. Now a nice long, deeper breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out through your mouth, drawing back the navel to the spine. And again, as you breathe in, ribs are widening, belly flat. As you breathe out, engaging with your core and pulling up behind the surface muscles. Again, as you breathe in, ribs widen, tummy flat. And as you breathe out, connecting with the transverse abdominis muscle, and maybe focus on trying to draw your waist in a little bit tighter. Okay, now I'm going to start us off today with our shoulder bridge. So taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, imprinting your back, peeling the spine away from the ground, travel all of the way up onto your upper back. Breathing in, And then breathing out as you lower your back down, gently through an imprint and back to neutral on the floor. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, peel up and draw up without clenching the buttocks. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower your back down, vertebrae after vertebrae. Breathing in, breathing out, tilt the tailbone, peel the back, come on up onto your upper back. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower down through your back into the floor. And you could carry on with that certainly today. Breathing in, breathing out to ripple all of the way up onto your shoulders. Now coming to an alternating heel lift. As you breathe out, lift one heel. As you breathe in, lower it down. As you breathe out, raise the other heel. As you breathe in, lower down. Okay, now on this one, we're going into a very subtle destabilization here. Okay, and we want to think, as we lift the heel, that we could draw our hip bones closer together. You know, they're not going to move, but you want to get that feeling of drawing inwards without clenching the buttocks. Now I'm going to go to another layer here. So I'm going to go to the straight leg lever. Again, this will bring the glutes in, and if it feels too much, come back to one of these other layers. So I'm going to breathe in to lift and straighten the leg away from the body. Breathe out to take the leg to lower, and breathing in, raise it up. Breathing out, lower the leg down. Breathing in, bend your knee. And breathing out, placing your foot back down. Breathing in to lift and straighten the leg. Breathing out to lower the leg away. And breathing in, raise it up. Breathing out to lower the leg down. Breathing in, bend your knee. And breathing out to lower the leg back down. Again, breathing in to lift and straighten the leg. Engage the core as you point the toes, lengthen away. Breathe in, raise up. Again, breathing out, lengthen away. Breathing in, bend the knee. Breathing out, slowly place the foot back down. Do it again, breathing in. Now keeping the hip bones very balanced. So try as you go through this not to let your hips really drop on the other side. You want to keep them perfectly symmetrical. Breathing in, bend the knee. Breathing out, place the foot down. One more set if you can. Breathing in to lift and straighten. Engage the core to lower. Breathing, come back up. Engage the core to lower. Breathing in, bend your knee. Breathing out, place the foot down. Breathing in, lift and straighten. Breathing out to extend away. Breathing in, raise it up. Breathing out to extend away. Breathing in, bend your knee. Place the foot down. Deep breath in. And lowering your back all the way back down towards the floor for me. Okay, now taking a hold of your band. And I'm going to place the band around the bottom of both of your feet. So we're going to work into a version of your double leg extension. Okay, so I'm just going to drop the elbows to come in by your side. As you draw your knees in towards you this time, breathe in. And when you press out into your band, breathing out and stretch. Okay, now breathing in, draw your knees in. Breathing out and engaging the core to push away. And again, breathing in, draw in. Breathing out, engaging the core and pushing away. Alright, so a few things you can do here. Okay, really extending out. You can go a little bit lower, alright, if you wish to, with your legs. So you're pushing down a little bit lower towards the floor and back. Just be very careful if you're going to go for that version that you don't let your back lift from the floor, and very much you keep a very good strong connection through that core centre. And again, breathing in, breathing out, resist into the band and connect with your core. Breathing in, ribs widen, breathing out, navel back to the spine as you push away. Couple more, breathing in, breathing Latissimus Dorsi. So I've got the band going up, and I'm going to hold on with both of the hands and clasp the fingers together. Then from here, I'm going to draw the arms to come back behind the body. So keeping the shoulder blades into the floor, breathing out to stretch the band backwards and breathing in to draw back up. Breathing out to stretch the band backwards and breathing in. Alright, so then nice and steady, really lock on with the core, breathing in. Now if your band is a little bit shorter, you may need to go higher. If your band is really long, you could again take your legs slightly away from the body. Again, be aware that is going to be a little bit harder. So you're breathing out and breathing in. Stretching the band back behind you, breathing on in. And again, breathing out to take the arms back, breathing in to draw back up. And again, breathing out to stretch back, breathing in to draw back up. 2 more. And up, 1 more. And release. Alright, bending your knees. Let's take away the band for you. Now, if you'd like to very gently roll yourself over to one side and pop yourself around onto your forearms. And we're going to come up into your plank. So we're going to have the elbows tucked in, okay, so that they sit beneath your shoulders. If you can, try not to let them splay out. Your very middle finger, okay, when you place your hands down, you want to see that the middle finger lines up with your wrist, which lines up through into the shoulder, okay, and that's why you want that anatomical alignment. Again, don't panic if you haven't got that perfect. It just takes a little bit of time to keep practicing and keep putting yourself in the best position possible. So I'm sliding those hands down, spread your fingers wide, check the middle fingers going straight up. And then from there, elbows tucked in so they're not dropping out too wide. Walk your knees back, and if you prefer today, stay on your knees. Try not to dip in your lower back, pull up on your bottom rib. Curling the toes if you can and locking into the legs. So you're gazing beyond your fingers. Set up your breath pattern, so you're breathing in. As you breathe out, pulling up through into your core. Breathe in and out 2. We'll go for 20. In, out 3. In, out 4. In, out 5. In, out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9. In, out 10. In, out 11. In, out 12. In, out 13. In, out 14. In, out 15. In, out 16. In, out 17. In, out 18. In, out 19. And in, out 20. And gently lower yourself back down. Okay, now I'm going to bring us down into the breaststroke. Today I'm going to give an option to working with the band to work into your triceps. So for this I'm going to fold my band over. Okay, I'm going to lay it over the back of my body. Okay, and then just let your arms rest down by your side. So to begin with, not using the band. Okay, it's just going to be there in readiness. So just dropping your arms down by your side. Okay, now from here, as we breathe in, rolling back and down with your shoulders. As you breathe out, lock into your core, raise your forehead and hover. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as you lower your body back down. Breathing in to roll back and open with your shoulders. If you can, turning your hands open, breathing out and lifting your belly from the ground. Breathe in to stay. And then breathing out as as you lower all of the way back down. Breathing in to roll open and back with your shoulders. Breathing out as you engage the core to lift. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out as you lower shoulders to the floor. Breathing in, rolling open and back with your shoulders. Breathing out as you engage the core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out as you lower. So of course you could stick with that. Or you take a hold of the band. Breathing in, rolling back your shoulders. And then as you lift the band off the back of your body and give it a little tension. Breathing in, and breathing out, lowering your arms back down. Breathing in, rolling back your shoulders. Breathing out and lifting the band off the back of your body, chin tucked in. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, let's lower shoulders back down to the floor. Breathing in to roll back and open the chest. Breathing out, engaging with the core, lift the band if you can. Breathing in, and then breathing out, lowering the shoulders down. Breathing in, rolling open and back with the shoulders. Breathing out to engage the core as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower, shoulders back down. One more time, breathing in, shoulders back. Breathing out to engage the core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out as you lower. Now I'm going to bring the band up and in front. Okay, so I'm going to place my palms on top. And to begin with, I'm going to go to a single palm raise. And then today, if you feel that you can, I'm going to lift the band. Alright, but I want you to see, first of all, how it feels when you lift your palm. And by all means, if this feels very intense and you do feel that there's a lot of work happening in the lower back, my advice would be to think about lifting through the core a little bit more. But if it really is very, very tough, take some breaks. Alright, don't feel that you have to do it all. So I'm dropping down the forehead into the ground. And as you breathe out, lifting one palm and breathing in to lower. Breathing out, raising the opposite palm and breathing in to lower. So as you lift the arm, engaging with your core, breathing in to lower. Trying to keep your arm straight as you lift, breathing in to lower. Palm raises up and into lower. Okay, like I say, if this is already quite tough, do not feel like you've got to go any further. Okay, so my next stage, I'm holding onto my band. My arms are just a little wider than my shoulders. I've got like a slight Y-shaped position. And as I bring the arms up, breathing out, and breathing in as you lower. Breathing out, the forehead is fixed to the ground, and the arms are going slightly back of the head. Breathing out to lift, and breathing in to lower. Engaging the core as you lift, into lower, and if it's not hard enough, then as you come up, pull apart a little on the band, and breathing into lower. So as you lift, instead of just lifting, pull and resist a little, breathing in. Alright, so that'll bring in a little bit more Latissimus Dorsi and upper back strength work. Breathing into lower. Two more if you can. Breathing out and breathing in. One more time. And releasing it back down. Okay, let's bring the hands in underneath your shoulders. Gently send yourself back on up. We're going to come up into your exaggerated cat stretch. So if we take the fingers to just come off the edges of your mat, if you can. And then as we draw down, elbows come wide, heart comes down through the middle. As we pull on up, rounding through the spine and lifting through the shoulders. As we come down, arching the spine, letting your body come down. As you come up, pulling up through the tummy, stretching through the shoulders and the back. we come down, elbows go wide. As we pull up through the belly, up through the shoulders. And again, coming down, elbows wide, drawing up, belly pulling up. One more time, coming down through the middle, and pulling up through the shoulders, and up through with your back. And then we'll sit on back. All right. Pop yourself around to a seated position, and we're going to work into your roll back. So currently you're using a cushion behind your back. By all means, pop that into position now. I'm going to use the band around the bottom of your feet, but of course if you don't wish to, you don't have to. Okay, we'll start off with the band, and we're holding on to it about halfway down, as if it was a normal length. And if you have got the normal length, absolutely. I'm going to do the same as always. So deep breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your tailbone slightly under and stop at halfway. Breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging the core as you come back on up. Again, deep breath in, and as you breathe out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, and breathing out as we draw all of the way back on up. Okay, again, deep breath in. As you go back, if it feels like a good day to try, lower your back down in towards the floor. Breathing in and breathing out, and slowly coming back up. Alright, so keep going. Before you get too tired, if you did want to work on lengthening the band away from the body, alright, that should make it a little bit harder. Again, if it gets a little bit too hard, then, you know, revert back to what you were doing before. So as you breathe out, you're lowering your body down, breathing in, and breathing out as we slowly draw back up to seated. Okay, breathing in, as you go back, holding on just with one finger and thumb to your band. Breathing in and breathing out, and slowly drawing the body all of the way back on up. Again, breathe in. As you breathe out, lowering the body slowly on down. Breathing in and breathing out, slowly drawing the body back on up. Good. Again, breathe in, breathing out, navel back to the spine as you travel back. Breathing in, breathing out, engaging with your core as you draw back up. Last one, deep breath in, breathing out, breathing in at the bottom, breathing out as we draw back on up. Okay, now again, if you've got a band, keep the band. I'm going to come around onto your side. So my band is going to go around my top foot. Again, if you don't have a band, don't worry. Alright, you could do this with a scarf. Okay, so you can do what we always do. Alright, so I'm going to be working single leg raise. Now you can be doing this with your body along the floor. This will be the easiest version. You could prop your head up, which will make it a little bit harder, or you can come up onto your forearm, which will incur a little bit more usage from the waist underneath you. So it's totally up to you what you feel more comfortable with doing. As you raise the top leg up, breathing out. As you lower, breathing in. And again, keeping the upper body front facing, and keeping the leg and the foot front facing, although today you've got a flex foot if you're using your band. Breathing out to press the leg away, and breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out to press away, into lower. So you might be just getting a little bit more resistance from the band. Alright, if it's too much, take the band away. Breathing out to lift, into lower. And again, engaging with the core as you lift, in as you lower. Again, breathing out, press to lift, engage the core as you lift, into lower. 2 more. Breathe out to press and lower. 1 more time. Okay, so I'm going to pop us around from here, keeping the same leg for glute work. So coming around onto hands and knees, and I'm going to put the hand directly from the leg that you're using only, okay, because I'm going to use the other arm, all right? So pressing out through the leg, and as you lift the leg up, breathe out. As you lower it down, breathe in. So again, looking slightly ahead, set your body up, so pull up on your bottom rib, breathing out to lift the leg, breathing in to lower. And again, breathing out to lift, in as you lower. So really engaging with the core, in to lower. If you can, taking your opposite hand to the side. So you're coming off the ground with your opposite hand. Either keep it to the side or you could put it into the lower back if your shoulder starts to ache. The thing of this is just taking away, again, some more of your stability. So that what you should find is your core works a little bit harder again. Breathing out, lift, into lower. Breathing out, lift, and lower. Navel back to the spine, into lower. Again, breathing out, press lift, into lower. And lower, 2 more. And lower, 1 more lift. And relax. Alright, let's swing the body around to the other side. And do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so however you took your body along the floor on the other side, if you took your body all the way down or you prop your head up, recreate again. Have that hand in front for support there and shoulders drawn back. Alright, nice deep breath in. And when you're ready, breathing out to lift the leg up. Breathing in to lower it down. And again, breathing out, pressing the leg away. Breathing in. So just really again, create that good upper body alignment. Okay, try and bring the shoulders level. Try and have the body front facing. And then again, you've got the thigh, you've got the foot front facing. Breathing out to lift, into lower. And you want to feel again, you get a little bit of action coming up into the hip, pulling back into the core as you lift, into lower. And again, breathing out, pressing the leg away, in as you lower. Breathing out to lift, into lower. And again, breathing out, press to lift, into lower. Good. And again, breathing out to extend, and lower. 2 more there, please. Breathing out, lift, and lower. 1 more time. And lower. And then we'll come around onto your hands and knees again. And same arm as the leg if you've got the band. Hand nice and flat down to the floor. And again, create that tabletop position so the back's not dipping, shoulders are drawn back. So let's extend out through that leg again, flexing your foot if you've got the band, and breathing out to lift the leg up, in as you lower it down. Breathing out to lift, and breathing in to lower. Again, engaging the core as you lift, into lower. Breathing out, press to lift, and into lower. Again, pressing away for that glute work, into lower. And again, breathing out, press, into lower. If you can, take away the opposite hand, either out to the side, or pop it into your lower back. Again, breathing out, lift, and lower. Breathing out to lift, and lower. Again, engaging with the core, into lower. Again, press to lift, into lower. And again, engage to lift, into lower. And again, press and lower. Good, keep it going, keep it strong. And lower, 2 more. And lower, good job, 1 more. And relax it down. Okay. Come around and come around to seated for me. And let's just take a little bit of a stretch out. So I'm going to take 1 foot towards the inside of the inner thigh. Okay. And then I'm going to take an opposite arm to stretch across. So I'm going to reach over either for the knee, the shin, the ankle or the foot. Opposite hand comes along the floor behind and we're drawing the head down. Bring the body up and let's change sides. Bring the other foot in. Cross body stretch, so you're reaching either over for the knee, the shin, the ankle or the foot. Bring the body back on up. Okay, now let's be bringing you down to do a little bit of work for the 100. But what I'm going to do first of all is lay your band across the top of your mat so that we can come back to use it after we've done the 100. So just laying it so you've got a little bit of shoulder distance, head distance above you. Okay, now you're long, if you've got a long band, it's going to be really long. But you just be able to wrap it around your hands. That'll be fine. Okay, so come down onto your back when you're ready. And your shoulders should lay upon your band. Okay, so when we come into the 100, we're going to really go, much like the plank, we're going to listen to the body. We want quality, okay, into what we're doing. And we want to really just consider the breathing. And every time you breathe out, we want to really get that waist pull in. Okay, we want to really get that pull up on the pelvic floor, so we're lifting and pulling on in. So if we can bring the legs up, one and then the other. If it gets too much, by all means put your feet back down. The head is either on a block or you're going to put your hands back behind your head, elbows wide. If hamstrings are okay to go straighter, legs to go straighter, take them away. And if you don't need to support your head, pat the air by your side. Shoulder blades on the floor, neutral back, and the distance of a fist between your chin and your chest. Breathing in for about 4 and breathing out for about 6. Okay, maybe shut your eyes. Focus on that deeper breathing, lateral thoracic breathing. Navel back to the spine on your out breath. And we're going with 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 4, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 6, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bend your knees carefully, bring yourself back down. Alright, just take a little bit of a breather there. Okay, now I'm just going to talk you through the next exercise. So there's going to be two parts to this. Okay, now the first one, we're going to be taking the band, okay, holding on to it, and we're going to be lifting. I'm doing it without my band so you can see my shoulders. I'm lifting the shoulders off the ground and then drawing them back down. Now you'll note there that I'm not bending the elbows. Now when you hold the band, you're going to be tempted, okay? Try not to bend the elbows. I want you to use these chest muscles, pectoral muscles, and I want you to stretch between the shoulder blade, all right? So that's our first one. Our second one will be a natural opener, and then draw back up, okay? So we'll breathe in to open and breathe out to come back up, all right? So of course, if you don't want to do it with a band, you can do it without, okay? You don't have to use band. Like I say, with a long band, you're going to probably end up with quite a lot of band. Alright, so you might just need to bunch it into your hands a few times. Alright, just so you've got not too much waving around in front of your face. Alright, so my arms are going to go up, palms facing towards each other, and as you press up to the ceiling, breathe out, lower the shoulders back. Breathing out to lift, into lower. So pulling up, releasing back. Breathe out, engage the core, lift. Breathe into lower. And again, breathe out, lift and lower. So we should work here all the way into pectoral muscles. Little lift and lower. Breathing out, lift and lower. And lower. And again, press and lower. Two more. Alright, now the second one. Breathing in to open and breathing out, hands drawing towards each other. Breathing in, open wide, elbows go to the floor. Breathing in to draw back up. So really go on that expansive stretch and then breathing out to draw up. Breathing in, open, breathing out and draw on up. Again, you want to stretch those arms, again, right up towards the ceiling. Breathing in to go back, breathing out and stretch on up. That's it. Breathing in and out to pull up. Two more. Breathing in, out as you draw up. One more time. And out to draw up. Okay, let's release the band. Okay, I'm going to go into a heel dig here. So if you can bring your legs up, one and then the other. Draw back your toes. Neutral back, so you should be able to get your hand underneath your lower back. And then lay your hands upon your belly. Now as you lower one heel away from you, breathe out, dig the heel down, breathing in back up. Breathing out, digging the heel away from you, breathing in. So this one, okay, again, there's nothing that we do is quite like this exercise. So when you take this heel away from you, I want you to do your best to draw your belly away from your fingers. You're lowering that leg down from your hip flexor, which as I've said before, runs all the way up into your abdominals. Okay, so when you take that heel down, it's a resistance. So you've got to create that resistance on your out breath. Pull back, breathe in. Otherwise, if the leg just goes up and down, it really won't create any tension or any strength build up. So we've really got to think into what we're doing and why. Alright, now this is your first stage. If you want to continue, please do. I'm going to offer up a little baby reverse curl. So I'm going to take the hands up towards the ceiling, and then on this one I'm breathing out to lower the lower back into the floor, and then breathing in to release. If you have a cushion or a block, that you like to use when you do this one, by all means do. If your hips are a little bit higher, it might make it easier to control the lift. Alright, it's really hard to control the lift from the ground. But that's what we're training the body to do. We're training to work that lower back imprint, and we're training the abdominals to be able to lift the legs. Okay, again without swinging the legs. The next one I'm offering up is a rollover. So the hands come down by your side again with the shoulders relaxed. We breathe in to prepare, and we breathe out to take our time. We're not letting the legs just swing on over. We're taking it over very slowly. Breathing in to separate the legs, and then breathing out. We come down with them apart, all the way back down to the earth again through the imprint, and then we take the legs back together at the end. Breathing in and breathing out. We've got the hands and the elbows there to help us a little bit, but not to throw us over. Breathing in, breathing out as you come back down. So this is quite a big back stretch. So of course if it feels like it's a little bit too much today, don't have to do it. There's two other lovely exercises that you could be doing instead. Breathing out as you send it up. Breathing in to separate. And then breathing out as you come slowly back on down. Alright, let's have one more. Whatever you're doing, finishing off. If you're doing the heel digs, have an equal amount done on each side. And bending up the knees, and gently roll yourself over to one side, back around to seated. Okay, so I'd like us to come around for the saw. If you'd like to find a seated position of your choice, you can sit with your legs crossed, okay, you can sit with a block beneath you. Whatever we go to, we want to try and be as upright as possible. Alright, so whilst the last one was a rollover, okay, we're stretching the back that way. This time we're going forwards. So I was just really hoping that these two together might be nice for your back. Let's open out through with your arms, breathing in as you rotate. And now breathing out, rounding through your back as you lengthen across and over. Breathing in as you come back up. And breathing out, engaging your core to the middle. Breathing in as you turn. And breathing out, lifting out from your waist and lengthening across. Breathing in as we come back up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in to rotate, and breathing out, lifting out from your waist and lengthening across. Breathing in as you come back up, breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in to turn, breathing out, lifting out from your waist and lengthening across. Breathing in as you come back up, breathing out, belly pulls back as you come to the middle. Breathing in to turn the upper body, breathing out, lifting out from your waist. Breathing in to come back up, breathing out, engaging the core to the middle. Breathing in as we rotate, breathing out to lift up and across. Breathing in to come back up, breathing out, engaging the core. Last set. Breathing in, really open up with your chest. Breathing out, lengthening across. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, engaging with the core. Breathing in, big rotation. Breathing out to lift up and over. Breathing in, coming back up. And breathing out, engaging the core back to the middle and release. Okay, now I'm going to pop us around onto our knees. I'm going to use the band to stretch out the shoulders. So I'm going to fold that across, okay? If you've got a normal length of band, that will probably be perfect. Equally, you can do this with a t-shirt, okay? I did it earlier in a class, earlier this week, I ran out of bands. and I just used my t-shirt, and that was fine too, okay? So I'm going to take the arms up, and then I'm just gently going to take the arms back a little, and then bring them back on over. All right, so take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, taking your arms back, breathing in and out. Again, breathing in. If it feels good to, go further back, breathing in and out, drawing over. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. Now this is a little easy, go narrower, make it a little bit harder. Breathing in and breathing out, going back, breathe in and out. Again, breathe in and out to go back. Breathe in and out to draw back on over. Again, breathe in, breathing out as you go back. Breathe in and out as you come over. Now on the diagonal, breathe in, out to swing the band behind the head. Bring the other arm around and across. Go the other way. And out. Coming around. Keep the head in the same position. And keep your arms as straight as you can get them today. Breathing in and out. It's a bit like when we do the windmill arms. If you move your head around, you kind of defeat the object of moving the arms around. Okay, so keep the head very still. Breathing in and out and around. Breathing in and out and around. Again, breathe in and out and around. Last set. In, out, around. Bring it on back. Breathing in, out and round. All right, so good. If you found that you had to bend your elbows on any of that work today, okay, just know that the more you do of it, the less you'll need to bend the elbows, and what you'll end up with is much looser range of motion in your shoulders. Okay, coming around for a little bit of a lower back releaser. So if you could scoop the arms in and under, take a hold of your elbows. Work your lower back away from you and tucking your head in. And now if you can take a hold of your fingers and just drawing the body back. Find that stretch just between the shoulder blades, just below the neck. And then changing the hand grip over and pull back. Drawing the body back on up. Okay. Coming round to either a seated position, cross-legged, or feel free to kneel, alright, or have your legs in front of you. You're going to open back with your arms. So I'm going to draw the hands back down, draw the shoulders down, tuck the head down, feel the stretch again from the base of your skull, this time to the back of your neck. And gently tuck your chin across to one side. come to the middle and across to the other side. And to the middle. And then raising your head up, lowering one ear over towards one shoulder. And then over to the other shoulder. And coming back on up. And letting your arms come forwards. Bit of a stretch between the shoulder blades again. Deep breath in, coming on up. Breathing out, open the chest back and down. And again, let's reach those arms forwards, tap the head in. Breathing in, use your abdominals to pull you up. Breathing out, open the back, open the chest. One more time. Reach it forwards, tap the head in. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out, open it back. And then give the shoulders a little shake off. All right, you're all finished for today. Well done, well done, well done. A little bit more arm strength work today. You may feel that tomorrow.